Hi graduate students, this is Mackenzie Pearson and I am your GSA Treasurer. This video is going to outline some of the Fall Funding 2020 opportunities that are available through GSA. Hi graduate students. So first, let's talk about the Professional Development Fund, or the PDF. The PDF has been used in the past as our travel fund, but because the university has prohibited travel for the fall of 2020, the PDF cannot fund your travel to in-person conferences as before. So now the PDF will be used to fund your virtual conference registration fees if you present. So what do you need for a successful submission on InfoReady? So you will need your letter of support from your faculty member outlining why this is an important virtual conference for you to attend and how it benefits you as a student. The second item you'll need is a student reimbursement form, and this is going to be on the next slide, so we'll go over that in just a moment. You'll also need a receipt of conference, so this just means that it's an itemized receipt and it breaks down the cost showing that you owe nothing or the balance is zero. The fourth thing you'll need is proof. So we deem a conference at a glance, a schedule, or a thank you email for attending your virtual conference will work great. The fifth thing, which only applies to international students, is your NRA 001, NRA 002, or your I-55-1 form. And based on your current status, depends which form you will need to submit. So first, So this is what our student reimbursement form looks like. Because there is no travel, again, travel is prohibited by the university and cannot be funded, our student reimbursement form will be the major form we fill out. There again is no TRV form for the fall 2020 for the PDF. So most of the information on the form is pretty self-explanatory and pretty straightforward. However, the important information to make sure that you have well written is provide a brief explanation of your project and how it benefits the school and your education. So how does presenting virtually at your conference help you and your education here at UNCG? Other important information about the PDF, again, travel is prohibited by UNCG. Only virtual conference registration fees will be covered under the PDF for your reimbursement. The reimbursement limit is $200, so nothing beyond $200 can be reimbursed to you for your virtual conference registration fees. Also, in InfoReady, you will need to make sure to include your title and abstract of your presentation. Again, this is for presenters at virtual conferences only. Other important Our next funding opportunity is the Research Capstone Fund, or RCF. So it hasn't been open in the past, but we're opening it this fall, and we're so excited to have the opportunity to. As graduate students, we know that sometimes you need a little extra help in your project, thesis, or dissertation with items that your lab may not have. However, the RCF is very different than the PDF, and it is not a reimbursement fund. So for the PDF, it reimburses your virtual conference registration fees, where the Research Capstone Fund, or RCF, is a purchase request, meaning that if you have already bought something for your research, we cannot reimburse you. So what you need to have a successful submission on InfoReady will be your letter of support from your faculty member stating what you need and why you would need that. 2, an explanation of how it benefits UNCG and not just you. Again, to abide by policies and regulations for successful funding, whatever item you purchase is not technically yours. The university owns it and therefore needs to stay in your lab, your college, or department. 3 is the item itself, so provide us with a link and proof of cost so we know how much it is. Again, your request limit is $300. GSA is very excited about having the ability to open funding both for the PDF and the RCF in the fall of 2020 for you graduate students. We're excited to get these off the ground and we can't wait for your submissions. Please email me at gsatreasurer@uncg.edu with any questions or concerns you have.